Hello, YouTube chat. Hello, hello. Let me grab the stream link, go to Discord, go to the wonderful Dog Hero Chamber, and then ReZero Wednesday, exclamation marks. Let's reach our goal to euthanize Jordan at here. My favorite Zorbus odor? That's rude to the other one. It was peak. I'm very curious the anime-only opinion on the speech. People in my Discord probably already know how I feel about it. Sean Shiplock will cook, trust? I don't doubt he will cook. I think he's a very talented voice actor. Someone in Discord said Crunchyroll uploaded the speech on YouTube but only the left ear. Is that true? Crunchyroll. Oh my god, they did. It's literally only in the left ear. That's crazy, man. Literally, what the... Sorry, I forgot I can't swear too early into a stream, otherwise I get in trouble. Interesting goal? Yeah, make sure we hit that goal. I started stream today, and it said, now introducing goals, and I was like, huh? And I clicked on it, it was like, you can make a super chat goal, so I made one. Is that a problem? You know, chat, life is worth living because summer is over. Life has become worth living. What is this goal, man? What's wrong with it? I just need 5 donations, we put you down. I've been going out on walks at night. God, man. Every season besides summer is so good. Holy. Thank you for the $1 corrupted. Unfortunately, I don't think that worked for the goal. Oh, Sambashi's did, though.
First time super chatting, let's kill this guy.
On my screen, the donate, like, you know how you can like the donation? It updated from 0 to +5 thumbs up instantly.
Goodbye, Jordan. Shalut.
Goodbye, Jordan. 2 out of 5, boys. Let's We're killing him tonight. No way, man. Thank you for the 5 corrupted. Thank you for the 5 availing Sambashi corrupted. Actually, thank you for the 6 corrupted, I should say. 3 out of 5, we're almost there. Do I have to make a goal after that? Like, if we make the goal, do I have to make another one? No way, dude. Will you at least give him a $5 ice cream before putting him down? Yeah, I guess. It hasn't even been dude. It hasn't even been 5 minutes. We're 1 away from. Wait, I'm not gonna ask someone to donate because I think that's kind of fucked up. But I am curious what happens if you hit 5 out of 5. Like, what does YouTube do? Can we get a plaque that has "in memory of Jordan" in the background? How many plaques are we gonna fucking have in this office? Jordan's not even a member. That is true. He's not even a member. What is your take on the current state of the hit mobile? Oh my god. Okay, it says you did it. Your goal's complete. That's all it says. Wow. He gotta go, man. Okay, hang on. Start another goal. Let's do 10 super. I can reduce the amount. Here, I'll reduce the amount. We got 2 hours. This time, spread Jordan's ashes into the Watergate city of Pristella. There we go. An error occurred? What do you mean an error occurred? Make the fucking goal. Okay, we'll just do spread Jordan's ashes. Maybe it'll do that one. It's okay, there we go. So the first... It doesn't say the whole thing, but it should say spread his ashes into the Watergate city of Priscilla. He gotta go, man. Thank you for the 5 grand SC. Can the highest donator spread his ashes? Sure, man. That's fine.
Kill Jordan.
Why did it say that so late? That was donated like like 4 minutes ago.
Your stars were good.
How was the app? It was pretty good. Pretty good. I liked it. I have my issues with it, but we can get into that later, I guess.
He gotta go, man.
Oh, I should do the chat poll. The chat, not the decoration poll. I'll do that next. But episode 7 thoughts. No one wants to spread his ashes. This might have been a one-time bit. It was a good bit though. It was a good bit. Can you make a dead Barney? Is crazy. Thank you for the $1, that guy Tay. Amazing. Great. Meh. Ass. There we go. What does everyone think of the episode? Jordan, I think, yeah. Jordan says Hall of Fame. He'll talk about it when it gets on, but I think this episode may have changed his life. As it tends to do. Yo, what? My tweet about Trump and Elon got 3.5K? I did not even know about that. Hmm. 73% amazing, 23%. Somebody voted ass, 100% availing. What are your issues with the app? Small stuff or anything big? I mean, maybe not like big, but not small. It's not big, but it's medium. That's a classic rap. Nobody's gonna get that fucking reference. But if you listen to me, man, fuck you. I hope it's not about Al. Al is... I do have complaints about Al in this episode, but they're smaller than the Prime one. I voted meh. Even Availing couldn't call this episode ass. Many are noticing this. Many are saying this. "75% is crazy, man." Yo, I gotta be real. I can't believe you guys, like, went so quick to kill Jordan. That was crazy. That was like that was like what? Like, what did I do? Dude, I put up the goal, and like I talked about the goal, and like they lined up to hit you with hammers. This was an Irwin level speech on God. Many are saying this. Many are saying, even Jordan said this actually. Jordan said it was better than Irwin's speech. I think we saved his life. We're gonna have to talk about the elephant in the room, aren't we? We're gonna have to talk about the elephant in the room that is Al equals Subaru. It's gonna be quite difficult to talk about it with anime only context only, but we can try. We can try. I think it's worse just because they're not cheering at the end like they're supposed to be. Yeah. I really don't understand why they cut everyone cheering when he announces who he is. I don't understand that. Alright, chat. Before we get into the in-depth talks about the episode and so on and so forth, what is this week's room decoration gonna be? When are you gonna do an Arc 9 reading? Bro, I'm caught up. Unless you mean my phase videos, then I don't know. I couldn't tell you. It'll be a while. Wait, they cheered? In the novel, when he announced who he was, they all started going crazy. Jordan's ashes in a vase. I kinda like the vase. I kinda like the vase. A microphone. Ricardo body pillow. Okay. Public speaking award. Why public speaking award? Next decoration. Beanbag. You know, I'll put beanbag on the list just for you, buddy, okay? Beanbag. Jordan's ashes vase. $50 on the table. Like the dog's hitting the money spread. Dead Barney is crazy. Like, you think I could just find a dead Barney? Let me look up dead Barney. Oh. Damn. Well. Anyway. That's a real picture of Jordan after this stream. Put me in a speech podium. My main worry is that, like, I don't want anything that's related to the guest desk, because what if I stream when you're not here, then we're hiding decorations, you know? That'll just mean you have to be on every stream, Jordan. Can you handle that? Can we get a Dogecoin to celebrate our bro Elon's success? Mm-hmm. Permanent co-host. I should just make Jordan the permanent co-host of the members only podcast on the channel, which I haven't done in a while because I've been doing other things, but I'll get back to it later. Did Jordan just casually phase in and out several times? No. You sound crazy. Okay, so for the decoration, I have beanbag, Jordan's ashes, vase, and microphone. Has Jordan started arc 1 through 3 novels, by the way? Probably not. Bro's got a life. Fucking dork. Get Jordan and I on the mic together. Got choice words for him. Oh no, brother. Alright, we're only doing 3 this time. I already know which one's gonna win, so it's not even a question. Like, this is like the most clear victor in human history. I almost picked the beanbag. Jordan will be forever remembered on this stream, even when he's not here, by the little vase of his ashes that will be on the desk. Just put the ashes in the bag, bro. It's crazy. That's crazy.
Stop the count, beanbag 1 second in.
You're right, you're right. Many are saying that's how they called Kentucky as well. Isn't that called an urn? Yeah. Someone just said vase in chat, so I also typed vase. Ashes put in a McDonald's bag. That's crazy. If you guys want the McDonald's bag, you gotta vote for a second one, okay? That's a second item you guys have to vote for. One of your old video recommendations spoiled the fuck out of me about Al. I don't know how, because I haven't made any videos with spoilers in them. Like, readily available, I mean, in titles and thumbnails. Pause the poll, I found some mail-in ballots for beanbag. Interesting. Alright, I'm gonna end the poll soon. Stop the count! There we go. I demand a recount for McDonald's bag. McDonald's bag will have to be next week. That Jordan should be right. I don't want the urn to be on Jordan's desk, because then it'll be tied to his desk, and if he's not here, we won't see the urn. If we make the donation goal, can we get the McDonald's bag? Fine. If you guys make the donation goal, I will put the fucking ashes in the McDonald's bag instead, okay? Put it next to Deku. He would like to be near his fave, wouldn't he? Urn on Cappy chair is also good. 2 out of 10. No way, Bartol. Are you actually fucking doing it?
2 tenths.
Are you actually fucking doing it? I'm getting the urn right now. Please let me have the vase at least. What the fuck?
3 tenths.
No way, man. Let me have the vase at least. Okay, the vase will be in the McDonald's bag, don't worry.
Four tenths. I
lost count. How do you lose count 1 through 4? I'm just gonna get the McDonald's bag ready ahead of time. Okay, well.
5 tenths.
Microphone photos got boomed. It was not even close, unfortunately. Oh my god.
Gah.
Gah. McDonald's fashion bag. Declined, I might get a fraud message. That's crazy. Oh wait, guys, should I put him specifically in the BTS meal McDonald's bag? I found a picture of it.
7?
Should I use the BTS one?
Do you have any guesses on how long Arc 9 will be volume-wise? Are we getting another Arc 7 or something closer to 5/6?
I could see Arc 9 being relatively short. By relatively, I mean like maybe less than 5 volumes, but don't quote me on that. It's not really like a confident
8
guess.
SHS.
Okay. I won't get into too much detail about Arc 9, obviously, because there's a lot of anime onlys here, but I don't think it could be that long. Bartol, did you stop at 9 out of 10 when I'm halfway through editing this bag right now? That's funny. That's a funny bit. I can't even lie, that's a funny bit. Bro, your bank is gonna be like, what is going on, man? With the... What's with the charges, bud? Tell him you were buying skins in a gacha game. Nobody dono, I'll give you a hug, he says after the dono has already been made. That's crazy timing, Jordan.
So is anyone gonna talk ABTALSI's Lamau?
We will talk about it, yes. I promise we'll talk about it. I'm editing a bag to be Jordan's final resting place, currently. Give me just 1 second. So, let me create a layer under this. And then duplicate some of it, right? When is Arc 8 Phase 2 review? Probably next month, and maybe January at like the latest. It's a work in progress. Never have I been so excited about someone's ashes. That's crazy work. That's crazy work. We get the first MHE emote, it's called Jordan. Oh yeah, I told Jordan if he gifts 50 on this stream, I'll give him a Barney emote. Okay. Let me make Jordan. I don't really have a good way to do like... Sorry about that. Changing Photoshop settings. I'm trying to make it look like I wrote on marker. Dude, this smoothing stat is fucking balls. Sorry. If I give 50, will you not? Yeah, sure. Hi, also, I just found your channel a week ago and binged pretty much all the ReZero content. It's so much better than all the other ReZero content I find on YouTube. It's insane. I appreciate that very much. Thank you. According to some people, a lot of people seem to agree because I've cultivated such a big ReZero community in such a short amount of time. And maybe if I... multiply is not ideal. How about overlay? Overlay's not great. How about screen? Well, that's gone entirely, lol. Have you read the new Kagurabachi chapter? I'm actually behind on Kagurabachi, sorry. I'm not like super behind. Thanks for the one gift? That one's for you, Ian Kennedy. Holy. It didn't go to him though. Jordan, what are you posting a silly little emo for, huh? Oh yeah, that's actually a good question. Jordan, what do you think about the author saying he considered Heroic Delusions as an alternate title of the series, considering the outcuts? This is real shit. Okay, export. Export all. Go to my little videos tab here. Jordan's Ashes. Let's see. Why is it so fucking long? There we go. Oh, it's because I was holding shift. I see. This is your fault, chat. Oh, holy fuck, that's some funny shit, dude. You guys, you could see the little vase poking out of the top. I keep saying vase because of somebody in chat. The little urn. Poking out the top there. Some of Subaru's leg blood is pouring into it. Alright. Shall I talk about my thoughts on the episode, finally? In full, I mean. So, I thought it was good. Like, obviously, I'm not gonna say it was bad, because it was definitely not bad. It didn't hit me as much as I would have hoped. That could just be because I read the novel, so it's always gonna happen. So we could probably just file that away for a bit. My first complaint about the episode is the owl scene with him picking up the mirror. Very unnecessary, and kneecaps like any intrigue the mirror scene had. And I don't really know why. I don't really know why that happened. It's not really a spoiler, I guess. I mean, I don't know. Sorry if you consider this a spoiler, I guess, but there was never an answer to that. So that anime scene of him picking up the mirror, that's completely anime original. And that's when novel readers found out how he got the mirror too, at the same time as you guys. Before that, it was just kind of like this ongoing intrigue slash maybe like light mystery thing of like, how did he get a mirror? Why is he using a mirror? And also the way it's framed in the novels is a lot more mysterious. Because, the way Al is speaking to Amelia is very much as if he really did not expect this to happen. Like, he was stuttering, he was like, oh shit, like, What the hell? Um, the heroic reverie scene is great. With Al and Subaru talking, genuinely fantastic. The new OST in that scene, ooh, that's so good. That's so good. What I didn't like about the reverie scene is the intrigue and distrust that Al had at the very start of that scene. So in the anime, Aldebaran walks in and he's like, "Hi, I have a message," and Subaru's like, "Cool." It was a lot more than that in the novels. So Al comes in the novel, and the first thing he does is tell Subaru, like, that's what's not good about you. Are these these heroic delusions that you have. That's like he comes in swinging. And I'm kind of sad that was cut, because any mention of heroic reveries / delusion is good. But the rest of the heroic reverie scene was fantastic. I really liked Garf in that stuff too. I thought it was nice. Him running up and jumping and grabbing onto Subaru was very cute. They also cut the thing about... They cut how Garf got there, which I was really surprised, because they are leaning so unbelievably hard into Al equals Subaru. I was really surprised that they cut how Garfield got there. And for those that don't know, Garfield and Al in the novel arrive together. And Subaru's like, "Is it a coincidence that you guys got here at the same time?" And Garfield is like, "I was running around town looking for you, and I found your scent, and then when I got to the end of it, it was Al." And I was really surprised they cut that. They use the same cologne, true. Many are saying this. Yeah, Jordan's like getting flashbanged by cuts. He's like... To be clear, Garfield can't smell the witch stink, though. Yes, he cannot. The speech in a vacuum, quite good. Quite good. Big fan of it. I'm always going to prefer the novel version more. I don't really think there's anything I can do about it. I feel like if you read the source material of ReZero, you're just ruining the anime for yourself forever. But it was still good. Like, I'm not trying to shit on it. I thought it was a great speech. And I really like that they took the episode 18 approach of leaving in every bit of dialogue possible. I don't think they really cut anything. There might have been a couple of minor cuts, but they left in just about every piece of dialogue for the speech. Oh yeah, I should also mention that they have finally made their stance clear, and if you do not know about the Al reveal break time, you are going to be hopelessly confused for the rest of your life. Because they left in the line this week about that Subaru specifically said to Al, because he knew Al would understand it, you know, if a kid walked out on a red light, I would pull him back. Which obviously only makes sense if you know Al is isekai. And if you don't watch the break time, you're in your mind, you're like, oh, so Subaru does think he's from Japan, but they're just never going to talk about it, ever. Anyway, the speech. Speech was great. For me personally, even though I like the Amelia stuff, I much prefer the way it's presented in the novel, with Amelia's stuff being after the speech. I really like the speech being this interpersonal moment between Subaru and the people in the what's the fucking word? I can't remember the word. Shelter. In the shelter. Because it's one weak, scared person talking to other weak, scared people. And I feel like having interspliced Emilia's stuff and also showing every other character also listening to it, I don't know. I wasn't a big fan of it. I really like that deep interpersonal connection between just him and the civilians. But Amelia's stuff is still good.
Alright, I'm gonna break the ice. Why is ALS eyes the same kinda angry eyes as Subaru? Same color too. Super Seuss. Tape might be trolling though.
I'll get to that in a second, don't worry. And then the ending stuff with Otto and Reinhard was a little bit rushed because they did cut out like the entire interaction. Maybe it'll be a next episode, probably not though. Otto comes in and then everyone celebrates his return for like a few pages, and then he segues into Otto coming in. Or not Otto, fucking Reinhard coming in, because he was like, oh, I don't want to spoil my I don't want to spoil my return, so I had Reinhard wait outside for a minute, and I thought that was fun, and I'm kind of sad that didn't make it in. Did Jordan read it? Yeah, he already read it off stream. I didn't want him to read it on stream. I feel like reading on stream is kind of a kick in the balls. Here, people are still going to super chat. I'm going to start another goal. Hold Jordan's funeral. There we go. Now, of course, we can talk about the elephant in the room. Al's eyes. So I really don't like this. One, there is a... I don't want to say leaked, because I don't think it was leaked. There is an Otsuka illustration that was used as a character sheet for Season 1, in which Aldebron's face is entirely revealed. Why this happened, I don't know. I could not tell you. But it's out there. And for the most part, when we see illustrations of Aldebron, parts of his face in the novel, it follows that, I'm going to put big air quotes around this leaked character sheet almost exactly. His chin is exactly the same, his facial hair is exactly the same, his face shape is exactly the same, his hair is more or less the same. What's not the same, with the anime only, this does not happen in the novels, because we have not seen his eyes in the novels. His eyes in the anime are honestly just a fucking copy and paste of Subaru's. Completely copy-pasted. It looks nothing like the sheet at all. And one could use this argument to say, well, maybe the sheet has been decanonized. I would agree with that, except for the fact that everything else about it is still in line.
Subaru equals Al theorists are, unfortunately, thriving.
His eye shape is completely and utterly different. Would anyone be upset if I showed the character sheet on stream? Like, I don't know how people feel about me showing Al's face. Because it's out there. It's not really like a spoiler. But I want to make sure everyone's like okay with me putting it on stream first. show? Okay. If you don't want to see it, like, go to a different tab for a second, because I'm going to put it on stream for a second. Okay. That's not. There we go. This is Aldebron's face. These eyes do not look anything like the eyes in the episode. Not even close. Like I said, his face shape, pretty much the same as the novels. His facial hair, exactly the same in the novels. The way his hair goes, exactly the same in the novels. Are those scars? Yes. Aldebron's face is covered in scars. Yes, I should also mention that this is increased brightness. His hair isn't this, like, blue. It is very similar to Subaru's hair color. This is just, like, increased brightness. So it kind of messes with the coloring a little bit. But other than that, this has pretty much been one-to-one with his face. Exactly. So when you get... Hang on, let me pull it up real quick. Where is it? So when you see that, and then you see these, that is not even close. That is not even close. That is not at all what his eyes look like. And what you can also notice,
to be fair, they do tweak character designs to fit the specific anime aesthetic.
True. But this is like a total massive difference. What you can also notice, what Shadow pointed out to me in DMs, you can see a strand of hair here, and a strand of hair here hanging over his eyes. Which is exactly like this. Exactly the same as this. Which makes me think this design might still be the case. Somebody might have just drawn his eyes very silly. Or the only thing that was updated are his eyes. Because this does not look like a 40-year-old man. Shouldn't they have done scars sort of visible in him? Yes, there are... Some people say if you turn up the brightness, you can see one little scar across his eye right here. Which is... I don't think present in this. I mean, maybe this. I think these are just, like, age lines, though. Is there any character like Subaru from another world? Yeah, this guy. They made him look way younger. And also, I feel like these eyes don't really fit the tone of the scene at all. These are not the eyes of a man, like, frustrated because he's trying to talk someone down from a heroic delusion. So it just feels like a stupid decision to me. Especially when there are, like, no visible scars on his face. Like, it just doesn't make any sense. It's really just, like, Al equals Subaru bait. Older Subaru's eyes in the alternative routes don't even look like these. Yeah, I was wondering if I should talk about that to anime-onlys. Because, I mean, it's an if route, right? Like, does anyone care that much? How do anime Heinkel's eyes compare to his Ellen design? I do not know. They're mobile game stuff. Oh, true. My theory, or unfortunately my take, is that Tappei is last second trying to mold this theory to be true, or he's being an asshole. I don't think so, man. Are Isekai Quartet spoilers allowed? I haven't thought about it enough, so I'm just gonna say no for now, because I haven't thought about it. Like, where's the illustration from the REM if? So I'm gonna show an illustration from the fragment. No, this is in the novel too. Right? Like, isn't this in volume something? I don't remember what. Because it's from the fragment, right? Volume 9, yeah. So I'm gonna show something from Volume 9 that's like a fragment of a REM if or whatever. So look away, I guess, if you really don't want to see it for some reason. So let's keep in mind the way Al's hair is, okay? It's pretty thick, and it shoots up here, and then comes down. Like these two bangs in his face, basically. If we look at Subaru with long hair, from Volume 9 in the flash forward to the REM if, his hair is still the same Subaru hair. Even though it's long. See, he's got a little ponytail back here. He still has the Subaru bulbs. He's got the middle part. Yeah, he's got a middle part. Subaru does not have a middle part. And this is canonically what Subaru apparently would look like with long hair. Yeah, and Shamov. You could say hi to Shamov as well. Is that supposed to be Rem's lap? Yeah. So the hair is just way different. Someone wanted me to look at Heinkel's novel eyes and anime eyes, so let me check. So, Heinkel novel, kind of similar to Al's eyes in some regard, because he's an old fuck as well. Then if you look at him in the anime, they're a little more open. But they're still kind of small compared to other characters. So I really do think they just did that for some reason with Aldebaran for no particular reason. And that is why I believe the Aldebaran eyes are kind of a nothing burger. They're a nothing burger in that it's very frustrating because now I have to listen to a theory I don't like at all be spouted once again. You can still tell Heinkel is old and ragged. True, true.
Tape really is just the ultimate troll.
Maybe. There's also a defunct Japanese-only mobile game with some Subaru Dream clone or whatever, and his eyes make him always look pissed off. But don't worry, chat. There are many, many reasons why I do not believe Al equals Subaru. And I will get into it. Eventually. Because I want to make a big Al does not equal Subaru video. There will be many spoilers. If you're an anime only, you will be destroyed. But there's a lot of pieces of information from the novel, so I can't help it. Though these are my anime only arguments that I just showed you now. The long hair and the difference in the eyes. I feel like these are the biggest anime-only counter-arguments for now. I will have another counter-argument in Core 2, but it's not Core 2 yet, so. Tape is the script supervisor, not storyboard. He might as well not even know. It's very possible. It's very possible he does not even know. Yeah. I don't know how the anime production cycle goes when you're, like, the guy and the big man upstairs, you know? I don't know if they go to you for, like, everything. Like, do you think they went to him and they were like, hey, should we put the hour review on a break time? And he was like, no. And he was like, well, I guess we're just gonna do it anyway. What would you do if Tape confirmed Al equals Super right after you post that video? Well, I'm much more confident in it in, like, private chats because it's whatever. But when I make videos about things, I'm much less confident in that because I know that these are permanent things. You know what I mean? Like, I can talk as much shit as I want on a Discord message because it doesn't really matter. But when I make no Al does not equal Subaru, I'm gonna be like, it's very possible that more details can come out in the future. I could end up being proven wrong, so on and so forth. Maybe they made his eyes bigger to make them more visible through the helmet. Bro, they should have just increased the brightness. Should have just turned on a fucking light. If it were confirmed, I would not like it. I don't think ReZero would be ruined for me. I just don't think I would like Aldebaran very much anymore. Maybe I just go be like an auto stan or something. The temptation to mention Core 2 and cut content stuff, it's severe. The the masculine urge to tell people that they're wrong about things using information they don't have. Well, I think I'm done talking about the episode, so you know what that means. Jordan, Jordan, Jordan. Jordan, Jordan, Jordan. Come find me, Yozakura-sensei. I'm getting the Ouija board out. Hey, man.
Nah, man, nah. Don't even. Chat, I'm on everybody's case today. Everybody is catching the smoke today. I could not believe.
I think he'll have a much larger role without his character being butchered by Wild Theory.
Maybe.
Absolutely
Let's
insane.
hope.
On speech day, chat. That's what we're doing. Yeah.
You got kind of fried, man.
Dude, I'm still getting fried, man. The goal is still going up now. Come on. Chat, I'll remember this. I will remember this in court too. Don't worry.
You know, I set up that goal and I was like, everyone's just gonna find it funny and we'll laugh about it and then we'll move on. But then we've smashed 2 goals and now we're a quarter way through a third.
Like literally, like what? What did I do, chat? What
Where's
did
Barney?
I do?
Oh yeah.
Oh
There's
yeah,
Barney, there
yeah.
you go.
You know, give me a. Yeah, the big boy desk is here. What's up, chat? Hope everybody's having a swell day and all that good stuff. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Put your quotation marks. Put your quotation marks.
See, Jordan, I want you to realize that even though they say these things to you, they crave your appearance on this stream. They need it.
Can we get a moment of silence for Jordan? Thank you, Avail. Thank you.
Jordan.
Thank you. Thank you. Wait, no, you contributed to the goal. Never mind. Never mind.
You don't want to have you don't want to have a funeral?
You know, I might as well, man. My ashes are already in a McDonald's bag. It can't get any worse than this at this point.
I'm not, dude. They did you foul.
Why is everybody donating again? Stop!
Please
stop!
Putting you in the McDonald's bag is disgusting. You need to kill whoever said that, dude.
I need to get you too, man. Say,
me?
Should we put him in the BTS bag? Like, why? Why did you have to add the BTS?
I just found a
man?
BTS bag, and I was wondering if that's what the people wanted.
Chat, please. All right, you know, dude, it's definitely going to 15. It's raps, dude. I give.
Oh my god.
God, don't worry, Jordan, I'm on your side. And then you donate. Okay, cancel.
It's his
I
first
appreciate it, though.
donation, too.
I love
Isn't
you,
that cool?
cancel, but dude, come on. Oh, it is. Hey, that's what's up, cancel. Big love, man.
Don't
big
worry,
love
Jordan. I'm on your side.
Man. Chat, listen, as somebody who was looking forward to this episode a lot, as an anime only, this definitely smashed my expectations. I don't really have too many episodes in anime that really kind of have like these
Jordan,
type of
the
declaration
man, the
moments.
myth,
I
the
think
ashes.
Thank you,
know,
Kim.
Commander Oren from AOT, you know, that good stuff. I think of like, you know, Osamu Mikumo's speech kind of from World Trigger early on. This is definitely on the list now for one of the best moments that kind of really amplifies the themes, or at least embodies the central themes for a character. You know what I mean? I have a lot to say this week. I have a lot of notes this week. This is actually probably my new longest list since episode 1 or episode 3, I believe. Or 2, one of the two. I can't remember. I've had so many notepads full of notes now. It's not even funny. But I'm gonna try to keep a good pace. Yo, can you guys stop it? Stop doing it. Why?
What they do?
Why
Man?
are you guys doing this? We're only 5 away. Jesus Christ! Cut me
You heard
some
that,
slack.
guys? We're only 5
Dude,
away.
Chat, listen. Chat, come on. I know you guys love me, man. Come on, don't do this. Let me at least remain in the McDonald's bag before he puts a giant fucking thing on the chair next.
As long as my
call it, bro? I can't
paychecks
remember what
keep
you
coming,
call the
I'm
thing you get
donating
buried
L
in.
Jordan.
A casket?
Oh, as long as my paychecks keep coming, I'm donating L Jordan. Yo, that's yeah, there we go. Casket. Yeah. I forgot. I was like, dude, wait, what do you call those things again?
Dude, I can't.
Hey, what's up, Reese?
I can't talk shit. I forgot the word for shelter like 5 minutes ago, so it happens.
Dude, my brain, dude. Make them okay. All right. Let's go down the list, chat, while you guys keep adding to my funeral fund. We love you, Jordan. I love you too, Ahmed. I love you guys too. First things first, coming off my last week, hey Jordan, did you shed a tear? I'm not gonna lie, I did get a little emotional, but I'll get into that when I get to the speech part. Starting with the episode beginning, I know last week I was on my BS about Al being sus. So this episode at the beginning with the anime only scene managed to clear it and then not clear, like unclear it, and at the same time.
I was joking about that in the ReZero chat the other day. I was like, we were gaslighting Jordan into thinking there's no suspicion. And then they removed the fucking suspicion. So like we weren't even gaslighting him anymore. We were just right.
Yeah, and it's weird though, because like at the same time, at least to me as anime only, they added suspicion. You know what I mean? But what I mean by that is that first off, right, we see that Al got the mirror from cleaning out house, basically from the witch cultist group, and I was like, okay, all right, that's fine. He gets, he basically gets the free loot. But then when he answers the mirror, he says a line of, "This isn't going how I was told it would," right? And I'm like, okay. I lean forward in my chair because I'm like, what type of precognition, like, what does that mean? You know what I mean? Like, did somebody tell him, did Priscilla tell him that, like, he would come into contact? But he didn't even find Priscilla. So it can't be Priscilla. So I'm like, what is the basis of them making Al say that line? You know what I mean? Like, if I just look at it purely from an anime-only perspective, it's going to definitely raise some eyebrows, especially with anime reactors, because I'm sure the first thing they're going to point out is, what does he mean by it wasn't going how I was told it would? Who told him anything about a certain route of events that this was supposed to go down? You know what I mean? So, just looking at an anime only perspective, only chat, I think that it definitely removes suspicion with him having a mirror all of a sudden. But then it's definitely going to add suspicion back with that line. You know what I mean? It just comes off very strange. At least from an anime only perspective. Supposed to refer to the mirror. See, I thought that as first too. So because I did ask Asa that, and he was like, yeah, it comes down to the mirror.
So yeah, I showed him the original novel context because the wording is quite a bit different than novels. So in the anime, I don't know if it's a Crunchyroll / Muse difference, but the one I saw, that they did say what Jordan is saying, but in the novels, he's more like, oh, did I mess this up? Like, did I mess up using the mirror? Is what he's referring to.
Yeah, I think it's gonna come off very different in the anime. I'm gonna definitely do my rounds and just see how like reactors are taking it, but I feel like it's definitely gonna come off the what does he mean by that route. Personally, it just that's how it struck me first. Like, oh, like it didn't really come off in reference to the mirror at first, but we'll see. We'll come back and see. I'll bring that come back next week and see just how the general reception is, whether or not people are taking it as a mirror way or like like a different weird way. But that was the first thing, of course. And then I liked how we get Amelia's kind of unwavering faith / clearing the way with her letting Al know what the situation is. And I was given a heads up, or at least I saw on the timeline, that apparently today the original OST that was inserted in today's episode was, I believe, it's called "I Trust You" or something like that. Which I thought was kind of cool. I think that's the name of the OST. If anybody can confirm with me. Okay, cool. Yeah, I think that was really cool. Just to see how she's really kind of putting her trust out there for everybody to kind of handle the situation. I also think it was cool for Amelia to have this whole. Well, my next point is standing on incomprehensible ground, because when she came back, number, what is it, 184, 148, 184. Okay, cool. It was cool. It was cool to see how, like, 184 was like, why did you come back? You know what I mean? And Amelia was like, I'm not gonna run away. And I think that kind of goes back to how back when the trials were going on, she couldn't handle it. You know what I mean? She was, she had to run away from those trials back in Arc 4 because, it was just breaking her mentally and she couldn't really comprehend what was going on or just couldn't stomach the reality or the horrors of what was going on with the trials. So I like how she came back and she's willing to see this through for the sake of all the girls who are also technically victims of Regulus's actions. 184 described how her family, her friends, her entire town was basically wiped out for the sole existence of Regulus's claim. And so I like how Amelia is willing to kind of stick that through. I'm going to pull this point upwards just because it's towards the end of the episode because you kind of touched on it with how Amelia's not content. Yeah, her content was inserted after the speech instead of kind of how it had like its own chronological order. Amelia the hero is an interesting thing to kind of think about this season because just like how Subaru has influenced, he saved Garfield, he saved Amelia, he saved Beatrice, he saved Rim in some areas, and he's pretty much looked out for everybody, including the villagers and all that good stuff. It's cool to see how Amelia is kind of in this heroic position to essentially look out for all the girls who are Regulus's wives this season. That's just how it comes off to me. I think it'll be really cool to see what becomes of them and what Amelia may do for them come post all this conflict. It will be curious to see how they may try to contribute to the royal candidate selection as well, considering that like that many wives. Well, okay. I know there isn't that many wives, left compared to how many there were total, but it would be kind of cool to see if any of them will kind of rally with the Amelia camp
You can
afterwards,
thank
especially
Jordan for
if
the riches
they
of
become a
these
maid for the
spoils
Roswell
I
Mansion.
provided
That'd be
XD.
interesting and
Thank
cool
you.
to see. So cool stuff there. In terms of leading up to the speech, so transferring back to the town hall HQ,
Shut up,
the
Bartol.
reawakening of hope. So I had my first theory that it was going to be Liliana to do it, considering that her song was able to overwrite Raf's power. But it got more serious this week, a very, very, very serious tone, and how there was negotiations about who should be the one to actually speak. And I really, really liked how there is this whole conversation about service versus resonance, right? And what I mean by that is that when you look at Julius's and Anastasia's position in the world, Julius provides more of a service as a royal guard, and Anastasia is more of like, considering like her position as a merchant, she doesn't necessarily resonate with the common folk. But if this was like somebody like Felt, for example, in this position by chance, Felt would be a pretty strong candidate too, considering that she's somebody that's for the people. And it's really interesting to kind of pull back to that perspective, especially when seeing how like even in this situation, Priscilla wouldn't be somebody that would be the right person to speak. You know what I mean? It really does take somebody to resonate with the people. And it kind of, and I have another point too here, I already said it, but what Anastasia lacks versus Felt, it really does boost Felt's stocks going into the later half of the series with this whole idea of resonating with the people and that potential disconnect that could hurt a royal candidate down the line if there isn't some form of connection made with the people down the line. So that is very interesting. I did really like that. I found that very interesting, just both character-wise and kind of like politics-wise. It just kind of showed how even with everybody making their strides, there is also a ground of area that they haven't conquered either. You know what I mean? I really like that as well. Of course, there's the whole thing about who opened the gate. Because I had to do a double take to make sure I understood that portion of the episode. But yeah, we don't know who opened the gate. And with the clarification of Lust being in one tower now, and then she was previously where the Meteor device was, it couldn't have been her. Couldn't have been Sirius because she jumped on the council where Kiwitaka and Anastasia was, and then it couldn't have been Regulus because he was with Amelia, and then it couldn't have been Gluttony because one of the brothers was with Julius and the other one was with or at least near Otto. You know what I mean? So it's interesting to see who did actually open this gate and what is the reason. Of course, also we talked about it in DMs, but I'm curious to see how the anime will portray it, if it does portray it, if or when. You know what I mean? Well, obviously more so of a win, of course, knowing what I know now. But that is an interesting position to see, come out. And I'm kind of curious to see what stance that person who opened the gate will take when it does come time to reveal who actually opened the gate.
All I'm saying. Where's Schultz been? Where's Schultz been, bro?
That is a good point. I know Priscilla is still looking for him as well. That would be that'd be an interesting play. I wonder what the logic would be then. You know what I mean? Like why? Like what? How did he know what? It was time to open the gate at this time, or like I'm curious. I'm very curious to see because Schultz has been MIA and Priscilla's kind of wandering
Jordan
around
opinion
town,
on
making her way
Sirius being the
downtown, trying to
perfect
find the kid,
waifu
and
due
he
to
is
the
just
authority
nowhere
of
to be
soul
found.
washing and how that could play
Jordan
out in the
opinion on
know.
Sirius
Bet?
being the perfect waifu due to the authority of
Wow.
soul washing and how that could play into play out in bed. Listen, man. Don't. God damn it! Why did you have to ask that question? Why did you have to ask that? I can't.
These are
I
your
can't
people,
answer
man.
this. I can't. Oh, please respect me. Oh my god, this is somebody reviews people. Listen. I mean, it would
shit.
definitely. Oh, hold on.
We hit the goal, dude.
Stream just cracked. Oh, there we go. Came back. No way.
We hit the goal, man. We got to make a new one now.
Chat, stop. Oh my god. You guys are insufferable today. Keep going, chat. I'm just kidding. I like this. Yeah.
What?
It's definitely a she would definitely probably be pretty hyped, you know what I mean? But I'm not getting into it because it's gonna make me look bad no matter how much I phrase it, you know what I mean? I've seen the ReZero community. I've seen the ReZero community kind of goon over Capella quite strong this season. So I'm very much kind of refraining myself from saying anything crazy. Are you a masochist? No, I'm just getting my ass beat by chat today. So, but I can't fight back. So yeah, now I don't want to hate him anymore. Whoa. I'm just going with the vibes, chat. I'm going with the vibes. I'm surprised you guys jumped on me on speech day, but
I totally spaced out. What is happening? What's going on?
Bro, what
I'm not
happened?
gonna lie, I totally disconnected, bro. I was like sitting here, I typed in the new goal, and then I just kind of like stared at the screen for a few seconds, and then I came back.
Bro just went white noised on me. I'm answering the goon question, and I'm trying to move fast.
Oh yeah, your
I don't want to
specialty.
make myself look bad.
That's right. That's right.
Oh, okay, all right. Anyway,
Keep it going, buddy. Keep it going.
Oh my god, what is the 20 goal now? What's the 20 goal? Revive Jordan for more pain. Yo, okay, dude. Me and you gonna have some words after the stream.
Okay.
Okay, just casually. Okay. Subaru. So leading up to the speech, there's also talk. Sensei, will you not make your video glazing ReZero? Yes, I will, chat. ReZero video will be coming in 2 weeks if all things go accordingly. I might need a third week depending on some circumstances IRL, but I guarantee you ReZero video is coming. I kind of want to wait till I kind of want to wait. No, actually, no. Yeah, it's definitely coming because I have a video coming out next Friday. I'm aiming for next Friday, and that will give me the finale time I need to see the finale. And then I will have a really nice ReZero video coming. God forbid Kadokawa strike me down with lightning.
Someone said, "Isn't Jordan a shoe brand or something?" Like, Jordan is a name before a shoe brand. Like,
it's funny. It's funny because the shoe brand. Yeah, like literally, like it's come on, guys. I mean, technically it is a shoe brand, and I have my own pair of shoes. You know what I'm saying, keep the drip up. But Jordan Capella could turn into your type as well. That is true.
No more gooning.
Well.
No more gooning. Gooners will be shot on sight.
He's making a point, though. He's making a point. Jordan makes videos. I thought he lived in Asa's basement. I do live in Asa's basement, but I have a PC down there. Directed by Michael B. Jordan. True. Fun fact, chat. I was actually named after Michael Jordan, believe it or not. And that ties into the whole shoe brand. Funny story, chat. Funny story. My parents were kind of cooking in the room. You know what I mean? But Subaru's influence is also touched on this episode. Just looking at all the things he's been through, and then they touched on Choose Me. Hashtag best episode still of the series. Glad they showed Choose Me. Glad they went back and showed season 1's finale and all that good stuff. And again, that emphasis on resonating with the people. That sucks. Imagine being named after a star. Whoever named you that must hate you. Okay, buddy.
That's crazy.
Listen, being named after a star is kind of raw, right? Isn't Aldebaran named after a star? Right?
Yeah. He's the burning eye of Taurus, bro.
It's cool. Yeah, see, that's raw. That's raw, Pyro. Stop being a hater. God, man. Oh, right. And then And I just spaced out too. Jesus. Big point here. The difference between Al and Subaru, and it's funny because we have this whole thing going on right now about how they're like the same person or whatnot. I really, really liked, and this also is kind of going over with like like I said
Alien
last
is
week
over.
with
Sorry, I
Priscilla
said too fun
has
to
her
mess with
own
him.
agenda. She's not
It's okay.
necessarily on the same page right now, but she's like caught in the situation by proxy. You know what I mean? I really liked how why when Al was just like why don't you just do what you need to do for Amelia's sake? You know what I mean? And it kind of goes back even further to how when Julius and when Subaru was saying when the plan first kicked off, like back in episode 4 or 5, how he was saying how like he wants to get Amelia back, and then Julius was like that's what you're considering over everybody else's well-being, and then Subaru kind of yielded to the idea. It kind of shows a difference that like Al is like very steadfast in this approach. Like he is very much like, listen, I'm here for Priscilla. I got none against y'all, no beef, no bullshit, but I'm just here for Priscilla. I'm doing what I got to do. And, like, why do you do this? Like, why do you have to shoulder the weight of everybody else? And it kind of also ties into, like, how, oh my God, my brain right now, I can't think of her name. The witch that cursed him, I can't think of the name.
Sorry, I got a fucking...
Stella. There we go.
Fucking... My phone got a fucking phone call in 2024.
Oh, you're good. You're good. I'm gonna keep yapping. Satella and how she was like, love yourself. You know what I mean? If you constantly stack the weight of so many lives on yourself, you know what I mean? That burden could crush you. And I really liked how that was pretty much kind of brought up and all that good stuff, and that emphasis on that maybe he should just do what he needs to do for his candidate and nobody else. Because technically, if everybody else like screws off, you know what I mean? All of this just negatively impacts Anastasia at the end of the day. You know what I mean? Nobody else really takes like a major loss here, at least for the time being. But Subaru is like, I just can't do it. You know what I mean? And, he reflects on everything that he's done all this time. And I really like the coined phrase of heroic delusions. I really like how that's kind of phrased the way it is. Because when I go back to Arc 4 and how, when I mispronounce it again, and Kenda, okay, I'm gonna get it out the way. But when she decides to make a negotiation with Subaru about a contract, and how her guidance would lead him to the best possible solution, but without the extra weight, right? That's like it isn't necessarily a heroic delusion in that sense. You know what I mean? She would essentially avoid that heroic delusion mindset. She would basically go for like the objective correct route. And I like how that you can really reflect on that and think back then of what she wanted to do and what Subaru wants to do and what Al was trying to bring back up for him to do, but he's just not going for it. I really like the heroic delusion. You know what I mean? Why can't you ever say it can I don't know, chat. My brain just won't let me do it. If you got a problem, donate. Chat. All right, that's my code.
I see you. We're just gonna have chat. We just have to accept that he just can't say a kid, and that's okay. We just have to move on. It's been 7 streams.
I swear. Okay, maybe I need to like go back and like watch the dub and hear him pronounce it, and then I'll like fix it. You know what I mean? I just can't. My brain won't let me do it. And like I said, like between just like looking at like how Subaru is going about it and then how she went about it back in Arc 4, it overall just paints a better picture to show just the disconnect and how there's two perspectives to this whole ultimate victory thing. You know what I mean? And then of course we get to my first capital exclamation points at the end. The speech. Chat, listen, man. Listen to me, chat. Listen to me, okay? Listen to me very, very closely, chat. All right. I hope you guys turn the volume up, chat. All right. When characters give a speech in anime, you know what I mean? There's obviously two routes that it's gonna go for. It's either gonna go for the most hype, insane stuff, or it's either going to be the most like down to earth, grounded, emotional, captivating, embracing the core of the character, the essence of the essence, the denouement, the peak of the peaks, the fucking whole shebang, and that is what we got today, chat. I am so absolutely incredibly pleased by this episode. Just to break it down, of course, I liked how first off this speech was extremely transparent. You know what I mean? Subaru did not go into the speech trying to instill false hope into anybody.
Mm-hmm.
He said, hey, listen, testing 1 2 3, I'm glad you guys can hear me. We got back the tower, but unfortunately the witch cultist is still here, and I don't want to lie to you, and I thought you should know. You know what I mean? It goes this whole route of starting low. And like I said, chat, I did read the novel. Also passed me the novel after the episode. I did read the novel, and I'll get to my light novel versus anime changes at the very end here. But it starts this low, and then when it gets high, it just goes higher and higher and higher as the declarations go, and it's so captivating. And it kind of got me emotional a little bit, because what got me emotional, chat, is ultimately just how Tappei wrote it to really feel like this is a time of crisis, and that it appeals to the humanity so much. The way Subaru is going around asking, so I ask you again, where are you now? Or who are you with? Do you see the people around you? Have you looked at their faces? Have you gotten to know them longer today? That is absolutely brilliant writing to the highest degree, because in times of crisis, 9 times out of 10, people either go for just like, like the classic rise up, or like, Commander Erwin style, give up your life, rally on me, let's do this, hurrah, you know what I mean? But it didn't go necessarily that route, you know what I mean? It really went this route of, can we have a conversation, you know what I mean? And when he started asking these questions to the people, it really felt like he was genuinely trying to have a conversation with everybody, regardless of where they were. And that, to me, is a really brilliant approach, because it goes back to last week, how Subaru was saying how, there's a difference between people who are ready to deal with this situation and then those who are not, you know what I mean? And those who are not deserved a lot more care, a lot more sincerity with how they are approached, because these civilians are so innocent. And I really liked how, we saw the siblings are okay, and people started to slowly kind of come online, and it's just like, the main thing here is that I will fight. You know what I mean? I will fight, and I will win, and I will keep fighting until I win. And that rally, like, it's a different type of rally. And the most important thing too is that he told the people, don't go out and start basically committing suicide, because that's basically what would happen. But don't look down at the ground. And dude, I shit you not, that is such a powerful statement of just stop looking at the ground, because when you look at the ground, chat, it's basically the equivalent of saying don't stay stuck, right? I mean, even in real life, you know what I mean? It's okay to have moments in your life where like you are stuck, you know what I mean? You feel like just, shit ain't working out. Things aren't happening, but it's not okay to stay that way. And so when Subaru says don't stay looking out at the ground, you know what I mean? There is just that is just a powerful moment to really just tell people, keep looking up, keep looking at each other, because the Sin Archbishops want you to look at the ground. They want you to feel this pressure, you know what I mean? And that is just absolutely brilliant. I found myself so captivated by this speech, and it was an absolutely brilliant speech. Definitely is an episode of the season contender. I definitely will be adding that to my episodes of the season list come January, as we transition into the winter 2025 anime season, because I do that every season where I choose an episode from certain animes. That ReZero 7 definitely did it. Definitely lived up to the expectations. Now, before I get to the light novel and versus anime comparisons, of course, the last little bit of the episode, baby, it's game time. It is game time, chat. Reinhardt has made his way to the rendezvous. Otto has made his way to the rendezvous. They got the best type of heavy hitters that they can possibly afford to have right now. And it's game time. You know what I mean? I don't know what to expect going forward, but it is game time. I loved how they did it. I can't wait for next episode. And of course, there's also the mentions of there were like some flashings of kind of like everybody else on the move during Subaru's speech, and I'm really curious to see what the play is now. Will Felt have a fight? Reinhardt's dad broke free of his restraints. Will he have a fight? What is the rematch for Wilhelm looking like now? Going into round 2 against his wife, obviously. What is Garfield's play now, knowing that he's still got to get his lick back? You know what I mean? What is Reinhardt's overall objective Now that Reinhardt has
Honestly,
entered the
Season
fray,
2
I am
perfectly set up
definitely
Season 3
investing
and
highly
how it
in my
related to
stocks that
Amelia and
Reinhardt will help
Subaru's
Subaru
development throughout that
defeat
season and
Regulus,
how
but I do
different they are
not
now.
think that Reinhardt will go straight to Regulus. I think that it will be a double kill 100%. I still don't know who Reinhardt will go for, though. I think Reinhardt, if anything, will still go for Lust, and Lust may escape, but Regulus 100% does not walk out of this arc, more so because of what Emilia is standing for, if anything.
Mhm.
At this point, I feel like her mission to stand by these poor brides who have been stripped of their lives and forced into this obedience, I think that he has to die. But I'm also curious to see what Subaru may potentially gain, because if Subaru ends up killing this guy, technically he should get the factor. So you're talking about Subaru getting a substantial buff to his arsenal again, on top of Sloth. So I'm curious to see if Subaru does get the factor if Regulus is killed. It's very interesting to
Mhm.
think about that, because I don't know how many like dual wield factors there have been in ReZero, but that will be very interesting, and that will add a very, very huge buff to his offense if he learns to control it, especially. So, but we'll wait till core two. We'll wait till core two. I'm getting ahead of myself, just late game theories and all that good stuff.
It's gonna be
But
a wait, man. It's gonna be tough.
yeah, I know, dude. Dude, these upcoming weeks, man. Are you saying Subaru is greedy enough to get Regulus's factor? Yes, absolutely. Greedy in a different way, though. Greedy in a different way. He's greedy. When we go back to core 4, or not core 4, arc 4, you know what I mean, and how he was willing to he was not willing to sacrifice anything. He wasn't willing to sacrifice, the villagers, anything like that. That's max greed. He wasn't willing to sacrifice the mansion or the villagers. That's max greed. And I feel like that greed in its own self-right can compete with Regulus's own greed for his own, just in a different way narratively. You know what I mean? That's why Regulus is a good opponent for Subaru. It's a battle of greed. You know what I mean? In a weird like twisted sense of its own right. You know what I mean? But this episode was absolutely excellent. Easily going to be one of the best episodes this season, hands down. Not up for debate. Now,
Also,
going
as
to next
anime
week, man,
only,
I
are
don't know
they
what to expect
adapting
next
Arc
week. I
6?
think that next week is pretty much going to be interesting in terms of where they may stop. I'm looking forward to the matchups. I'm looking forward to see what the plan of action is, especially with the Watergates and where these witches may reside. Oh, not witches, I'm sorry. Archbishops are still located, you know what I mean? I'm very interested to see what may come of that. But yeah, man, this speech, man, I can't believe you guys
Yes, we're getting
last week
arc
were like,
6.
oh, it already happened. This was great, man. This was great. Like, again, I know I'm an anime only, but dude, chat, this is going to move the masses, man. I can't wait to make this ReZero Glaze video, man. I'm pouring syrup, I'm pouring honey on ReZero, bro. Like it's getting the real constructive glaze, man. I'm really laying it out, man. Like I can't wait to start working on this. I'll probably start working on it, Sunday, Saturday, maybe. I got one more thing I need to handle first.
Somebody asks, are we getting more episodes after episode 8? Episode 8 will air, and then there will be no episodes until February 5th, 2025. And then we'll get another 8, which will end Arc 5. And then what happens after that, we don't know, but we are getting Arc 6, because I know people ask every stream.
Yeah, it's going 2025 is definitely going to be a good year for ReZero, hands down. Because February will pretty much take us towards the end of the winter season, going into pretty much like just on the heels of the spring season. And then I don't know how much time White Fox will give themselves with this Arc 6. I would hope that they don't come back till next fall, if anything, truth be told, in my opinion. But we'll see. Just more, the more time, the better.
It's definitely going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting to see how many 8-episode blocks they can do. I was thinking it's going to be like, let's see. So if we have a 2-month break now,
yeah,
that means that Core 2 will run into late March, right? And then it ends right before Anime Japan.
Mm-hmm. Which gives it time for the trailer.
Big. Yeah, which is big.
Yeah. 100%. I think that was planned, marketing wise.
I was thinking Core 1 8, Core 2 8, Core 3 8, and then Core 4 14.
Yeah, that might be it. That's a good one. How many episodes will be left total after this?
After Arc 5 or after these?
Yeah, after Arc 5.
22.
22. Yeah. Yeah, it'd be a weird number too. 22 episode cores are kind of like very rare in itself.
Yeah.
So I think that 8, 14, yeah.
14, especially because the final volume, maybe the 2 final volumes of Arc 6, I could be misremembering, are beefy. They're long.
Yeah. Yeah. I absolutely get it. It's gonna be interesting for sure. Cause yeah, man.
Someone says cores 3 or 4, maybe 11 each too. I understand that reasoning, but if you read Arc 6, you would understand why I would think it's 8, 14. It's because 8 episodes into Arc 6 has an unbelievable ending spot that would have anime onlys around the globe locked in. And then they could do a 14 episode Core 2 for Arc 6. But I get the reasoning for 11-11 though. I just don't think it would work out personally.
Yeah, I agree. Especially if they try to like space stuff out. I really am curious because stuff like Sengoku and all that good stuff will be over very soon. It's right at the end here. So I'm curious to see like what manpower will be able to come back for ReZero and if they will start to try to really like just push for a giant count overall. You know what I mean? If possibility, you know what I mean? If that's possible for fall or wherever they slate it, it'll be interesting because I know they're taking into consideration of when certain things end, who they may be able to pull back into the atmosphere, and then how they want to plan it out going forward. Because for all we know, man, considering White Fox took so long to get ReZero back, and then the fact that Sengoku and another show I can't name off the top of my head were also early offers, like around somewhere in that range, a couple of months before ReZero even got its like offer to come back. You know what I mean? I want to imagine that White Fox might like try to sit down and just lock in on ReZero for a little bit longer, even past Arc 6.
As long as production doesn't fucking collapse, man.
Yeah,
I'm seeing it. Maybe I'm just unfamiliar with the production space, but like, I feel like you see signs of a strained production in these last few episodes of the Core with the amount of staff on them. Would you agree with that? Maybe like I'm not saying it's like dying or collapsing, but it's like signs signs of it going on for a while, and probably the reason why they split is becoming clear.
Yeah, especially when there was a jump in one of the episodes too, I think, and ADs or like animation directors, I think.
Yeah, quite a few ADs in the past few episodes.
Yeah, and that typically can be like like I know we have like our concerns about KAs, but KAs sometimes can be like a natural thing. Looking at like stuff like MHA, you know what I mean? Like we don't even flinch anymore when we see like 20+. That's just how they do it at Bones these days, you know what I mean? But with ReZero, it definitely can be noticeable, especially when you just take into account how many shows they have going on right now as well, and how long and what it requires to get them done. You know what I mean? I definitely could say like, yeah, it's been I
think it was
been
6
a little bit
or 5.
Yeah, I'm scrolling up. Yeah, because I see 7 looks normal.
Just quite a few KAs for an episode that I feel wasn't super intensive.
Yeah, I agree. Of course, again, like, it could just all be planned and maybe people wanted to just participate on
Here it is. Episode 6 staff had chief animation director was Chie Mishima plus 11 animation directors, that feels crazy.
Yeah, because I feel like basically like you had 11 people basically like spacing out chunks of the episode, you know what I mean? And it's like, ooh, you know what I mean? Like the less people you have involved in that type of area, the more stuff may, not conflict with each other, you know what I mean? But when you have a bunch of people sectioning chunks, that's when it gets kind of like dicey.
I remember when that staff list for 6 came out, we were talking about it, and you were like, oh, I see why they split Core.
Yeah. Because, I mean, it starts to catch up, man. And, I genuinely want to feel like, again, because, again, I saw an interesting post by another friend on the higher Rome, if you catch my drift, talking about, like Sengoku and ReZero and, like, the time frame that their offers came in for both each other. And it's like, I don't want to straight up say like Sengoku may play a part, but there is definitely some room to take into consideration. I will say that for sure.
What a
when it
strange
comes
decision.
Yeah, I agree.
What a strange decision.
I'm honestly surprised that Sengoku didn't like get to just do its time before ReZero. Like though, like
Yeah,
airing both of those things back to back is crazy.
I don't know what they were thinking. I especially
When
don't
they
know what
had
they were
it
thinking.
4 years.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know what they were thinking with a 3-core Sengoku to begin with.
Yeah,
when
dude,
they
full
knew
adaptation is nuts.
when they knew
Yeah.
they were also doing ReZero, which is the big one. That's like the one you can't
Yeah.
fuck up.
Yeah, I agree. I think that was I said it going into this year, back in January, looking at like anime coming ahead. This was going to be a very ambitious year for White Fox, no matter how you square it. Because I mean,
Yeah.
Sengoku has had some pretty dang good like S-class episodes each core so far. But I'm like, man, like as it goes on, and considering they haven't given like Sengoku much time in between each core, like how much of a strain has this pulled, and how much has it gradually become to like spread its reach out into like other areas of just White Fox's teams? You know, I know it's different teams and all that good stuff, but you know, you just can't help but think like with planning and just making sure you have two simultaneous big shows going on right now.
Like Corrupted.
How much? You know what I mean? But we'll never know. But I definitely know that the offer time period and the range between them and just them both coming back now, 100% has played some type of part. 100%.
For what it's worth, of course, these 7 episodes have been great.
Right. Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. Oh yeah, you're right. And them too. And Goblin Slayer. That I was like, dude, like, what are we doing here? But yeah. All things considered, though, these 8 episodes, 100% have been really solid. I mean, character art especially. Character backgrounds, or not character backgrounds.
Character art
backgrounds
has
in general.
Probably the most consistent in a long time. Season 1 had some great consistent character designs, but I feel like Season 3, at the end of the day, maybe we'll be able to say had more consistent character design, but we'll see.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. Core 2 is going to be tough given we are heading into nighttime, I feel. I don't mind, but I feel like nighttime animation is harder. Huh. Definitely.
Probably not.
I would say, I think if anything, it's definitely going to put more emphasis on like how they handle lighting and compositing.
Yeah, it's just lighting and coloring. The animation should be about the same difficulty. It's the compositing team that's going to have a harder time, right?
Yeah, it's because I don't know like what like level of like catastrophe and like effects will come from like abilities and stuff like that. But making sure like it doesn't look off from its environment, and especially if it reflects off like a character. You know what I mean? That's gonna be like the main thing for sure. Because like, you know, it's kind of like when like MHA, like when they changed from like daytime, like when the clouds came in, like it didn't really like change too much, but they had to make sure that like every scene reflected the gray skies now. You know what I mean? And that's more so like a directional composition, kind of make sure like everybody's like tone, like the tone of the art gets reflecting the atmosphere, basically. You know what I mean?
They already
the animation is pretty much going to come down to pretty much like, I mean, Hamill for one. You know, they're definitely ringing him up. Be like, hey, and then of course, if anybody else wants to come by for ReZero, you know, I'm sure there's a couple of other people that wouldn't mind coming by for ReZero.
So it's 2 comments I want to talk about. The $5 donation from Vepper that said they already did well in Arc 3 when it comes to nighttime animation. 2 people already beat me to it in chat. That was a decade ago. So times have changed. So we'll see. I mean, I think it'll be fine, personally, but we'll see. Someone asks, will we get a new trailer or opening ending for Core 2? I think a new trailer for Core 2 is inevitable. I think they would be insane to not make one, so probably, yeah. Opening and ending, I do think we would get a second one, yeah.
I do agree as well. I 100% don't think they'll, as much as like the OP is like a good banger, I don't see them remaking the OP with the same, like new visuals, essentially.
Yeah, like if
same
you're going,
new visuals.
Yeah, you're going into Core 2 with like matchups in mind. I feel like you would want to take advantage of that.
Yeah, especially because I feel like this core, if anything, they've kind of like, you know, maybe they've hinted at some stuff. Some stuff came true. Some stuff is like to be determined. You know what I mean? But in Core 2, I feel like they can just take off the Band-Aid and just like have fun. And I really hope like they just have fun with it, man. Like let characters just do stuff. It doesn't even have to like be part of like the core fight. Like if you want to have like Felt like moving across buildings with like her wind stuff and like dodging projectiles and stuff, but do it, man. It doesn't have to go according to the light novel. Just have fun with these characters' abilities, because you're going into wartime, and like you don't have to have a script for wartime. You know what I mean? You can just do whatever you want. But yeah, man. You know, we'll definitely see how core 2 pans out. Again, considering that they've planned that far ahead, I want to imagine that they genuinely are like giving like more of like the casual approach to this, because you can easily misstep when you do split large, or like split plus whatever they have for core 6. It is super ambitious what they're doing, all things considered. You know, it's rare that a light novel series does like such a large stretch of content. You know what I mean? Sometimes some arcs kind of connect with each other, sure. But stuff like, you know, like Don Machi, for example, they space that out with seasons, typically, and they don't really try to jump the gun too farther than they need to. But ReZero is like, they're going for it. They're going
finally taking ReZero seriously as an IP, even though it makes them all their fucking money.
Yeah, I don't understand. Like why not, man? Like, why not? Like, that's what I'm talking about, man. It's like it's kind of frustrating to see like certain series that like don't get like the most double downed effort compared to like One Piece. Like, you see like Toei dishing out like everything they possibly can for One Piece.
Dude,
man.
the One Piece anime is so bizarre to me.
It is a phenomena that just it is a phenomena. I genuinely don't have the words for it.
Like, I don't know how they do it, bro.
I don't know how they do it either, man. I really don't, man. It's like between like, you know, everything we've seen, and then like the fan letter special episode that everybody's raving out, and then they're remaking their time skip arc right now. It's like how? Like, how did you guys have time for this? You know, like when? You know what I mean? It's just like, you know, like White Fox, like they should be doubling down on ReZero. Bone should be doubling down on MHA, but that's another story for another day. You know, it's a lot of interesting decisions that just, you know, but I guess, you know, that kind of just depends on if they're capable of doubling down on that good stuff. And Toei is a big boy since the 90s or whatnot. So what can you do? Off topic question. Is there like any hope of at all?
It's an if story.
Okay. It's going to get translated.
No.
Unless somebody fan translates, you know what I mean?
Bone should be doubling down on MHA, LMFAO.
yeah, man.
I'm smiling.
I mean, I will say this. There's like a well, I can't say that actually. Never mind. Forget what I was about to say. Forget it, chat. We'll come back to it in like a year. As far we'll talk.
Is this something I know about already?
Did you read the latest tweet on my private about MHA?
I could do it right now.
Okay, yeah, just go read about MHA real quick. Cause I'm hinting towards it, but I'll talk to you more about it in detail off stream.
Okay.
As far as the light novel versus the anime though, about the speech. So I went back and held like the speech on my left hand side of my screen, and then I watched the episode on my main monitors. You know, just doing like that. So basically, when I go like bar for bar or like line for line, from my understanding with the speech, basically, one thing that definitely stood out, of course, naturally, is that they definitely kind of like shrunk some sentences to kind of get the same point across. I get it. You know what I mean? It's kind of like, you know, episode runtime. Like, if you kind of really emphasize every little thing on top of the fact that like they brought Emilia's content up front as well, you might have been pushing that 30-minute mark. You know what I mean? Trying to get every little thing. I also think that there was some weird wording in the episode. There was a part where Subaru was saying like, I want the girls I love to know that I like they're beautiful when they smile. I thought it was kind of weird. And then Emilia was saying like, oops, I almost made a mistake or something like that too. I caught those two things kind of caught me off guard. I was like, what do you mean by that?
Did you get that Subaru line cleared up, or are you still confused by it?
I did not even, you know, I haven't even checked
so
homie's usual Twitter account to see what the questions are.
What he said in the Crunchyroll subs is, I want to tell them that the girls I know look so much cuter when they're smiling, which is kind of like, ugh.
Yeah,
kinda like weird. What it's supposed to say is, I know her smile is so much cuter than that. I want to be able to say that, because I'm pretty sure this is referring to the section about fake smiles or whatever, right, or something like that.
Dude.
In fact, I don't know how, because this is Japanese, even I know. I don't know how they got plural girls out of it. There's nothing that indicates that. Like, even my skill level, I can determine that that does not exist.
Jesus, dude. Why, dude? How are they, dude? I can't believe they're actually going for like that, like the 7 for 7. I hope they don't mess up the finale, man. Like, please
honestly,
just get one
credit where it's due,
episode.
maybe, perhaps, potentially. The speech was not as butchered as anyone expected it to be.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
I definitely think that like like you said, in a vacuum, I think it definitely translated over quite solid, all
Yeah.
things considered, especially with the episode being extended. And again, that Emilia content brought up to the mix. Definitely interesting choice, because I read the novel like all the way to the end. I was like, huh, Emilia's part is like nowhere to be found. Like, so they moved that clearly from the
rearranged.
following chapter up, I guess. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? Which I guess may play into whatever, maybe they needed to get that out the way for another reason. Who knows?
I think it was because the way it happens in the novel is the speech happens and then the after speech stuff happens and then you see Emilia's reaction to it. I think that works better in a novel, so they just made it chronological for anime.
I see.
A different medium, I guess.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. One of those moments where it's like, just how it translates into anime format. Stuff gets rearranged. Not new. And of course, like you mentioned earlier while you were talking about it too, the post speech stuff. Kind of unfortunate that got cut. I thought that was kind of cute.
Yeah.
Nice little moment in between everybody to say Otto was alive. That's real presence right there for Otto.
Yeah.
But one of the things I do want to talk about, especially with this speech, if I were to have a criticism, just reading the light novel, could there have been more visual depiction? So
I agree completely.
Yeah, when I was reading the novel, right, there was a lot of emphasis on certain descriptions, like when the sister, there's a mention of like how like when she heard the Meteor come on, I think she was like, oh, she almost vomited or something like that, or like her face like was about to vomit. It was something like that. I don't know if it's the Meteor, like when it panned to her.
It was
and, like,
much
she was
more
holding.
Yeah, much more visceral reactions to the speech from the people in the shelter.
Yeah. Because I read a line. It was like if Subaru was in arm's reach, they would shut them up. Like I like that stuff. I also liked how like there were a lot of like descriptions of how the people were reacting to the speech or certain moments that wasn't really emphasized in the episode as much. Like I think like when Subaru was asking like the questions like not asking the questions, I'm sorry, when he was like telling everybody to like look at the neighbor and like support each other, all that good stuff, and like when the kids were looking at the adults, that came off across just fine. But like the visual depiction of like the visceral reactions, the more like rallying reactions, that kind of came off more more emphasized. The imagery that the sister had in her head about the person that she never met before and how he was like a shining hero. And then the actual like, I mean, in the novel it's not colored, but I'm gonna call it a color page just because I've seen it colored.
Yeah.
With Subaru and like the city, I felt like that could have very much had like a moment where it was like a camera, like the camera kind of working its way like through the city, and then it eventually like comes like to the building, and then it like comes up to like Subaru's face and like the most HD shot to kind of show, because that's what it comes off to me. Like when I see that image, it kind of
that's a cool
gives
idea,
off the impression that it gives me the impression that like the speech is like truly traversing through the city. You know what I mean? And you know how when we had trailer 1, like the very, very, very first trailer, they had like that POV of like the bird navigating at first. You know what I mean? I was thinking it could have been something like that, where it's like as the speech was going, it could have been like a bunch of like cool like camera angles navigating like under a canal, through left and right throughout the city. Maybe like in somebody's house, out somebody's window, all the way into like the government building, and then it come through the glass, and then it or wherever the building, and then it just come right in front of Subaru, and then it would go I will keep fighting. That would have been incredible, and a really creative way to bring that whole picture to life, in my opinion.
And Pyro also brings it up. I'm very sad that they cut everyone cheering when he announced that he was Natsuki Subaru, the guy who killed the Sin Archbishop of Sloth.
Yeah, I read that too, and I was like, man, that's a shame too. Like it comes off as like a very like sweet moment. When like you see everybody like smiling and kind of like slowly kind of coming back online, but like it was a little bit more oomph to it. You know what I mean?
This is my speech hot take, is maybe it was just me, but when I was reading the speech, I felt like Subaru's tone was much more somber than it was in the anime. It was much more of a personal like down to earth speech than kind of the loud speech he gave with a lot of vibrato.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
know. I figured it was gonna be more toned down, much more personal, much more grounded.
Mm. No, I definitely get it, man. I mean, going back and reading some of the lines, especially when he was talking like down on himself at first too,
Hmm.
you could definitely make a good case there, 100% about like how the tone
Yeah.
should have been. I'm sure like probably like just thinking about how like the VAs are kind of guided and stuff like that. I wouldn't be surprised if Subaru's VA was told like like come off
Yeah.
strong like how you usually do.
I
You
mean,
know what I
yeah.
mean?
I appreciate them giving their own take on it. I think I just prefer the one in my brain.
Yeah, for sure, for sure, for sure. Yeah. So, I definitely can understand why there are some complaints about the speech. You know, the speech is definitely not like immune to criticism. But I
Mhm.
think like just from an anime only vacuum, knowing what I even after
Yeah.
knowing what I know now,
You
I
loved
mean,
it.
dude,
That's what matters.
yeah, dude, they did a phenomenal job. You know, that stuff, man, it's powerful stuff, man. It is really, really powerful stuff. When you're able to kind of really empathize with people. And honestly, I think this is the first time I've ever seen a speech approached like this. You know what I mean? Like,
Mhm.
granted, of course, it really comes down to a situational thing where it's like, does an anime have a plot line where somebody needs to make a speech and address the people, and I really, you know what I mean? But
Yeah.
for it to have done it the way it did for the circumstances present, I mean, I'm really impressed with Taipei here and how they wrote this situation to be, because it really makes you feel like Taipei kind of took a moment and thought about it. If I was in a crisis in a bunker and all hope seems lost, how would I
Yeah.
want somebody to approach me? You know what I mean? And I think that him going the route, or them going the route of just kind of like, are you like, where are you now? Like, I ask you again, like, where are you now? Are you with somebody? Like I really, 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 really
Yeah.
like that as well. I think that was
It's one of my favorite
excellent.
Subaru moments ever. It's fantastic. Even in anime, it's
Yeah,
great.
yeah, dude, that stuff, man. I mean, it's hard to deny that this was an excellent moment for just Subaru, and just one of ReZero's best moments at all. Like, it's just, you can't even, I wouldn't even dare. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
It's definitely up there. It's definitely one of my favorite episodes. I think it might be behind Choose Me, unironically. I think. I know. I think Choose Me still got a little bit of that.
Yeah,
That
you're G.
Beatrice.
I get it. I get it.
Yeah, I don't
You
know,
got
man.
a personal favorite. I understand.
Yeah, I do. I
Because
do.
for me, it's From Zero. It's still never
Yeah.
gonna be toppled.
Yeah, I get that, and that was a good episode too. Upon my rewatch as well, I mean, I really came to appreciate that a lot more.
I think From Zero only really hit me particularly as hard because I was like balls deep in the villain hunt
Mhm.
spiral.
Yeah, that healed you. That healed you a
Yeah,
little
it
bit.
healed me.
That healed-
It was like
Yeah.
literally everything in my life I was looking for, dude. It was so good.
Yeah, that good piece of fiction finds you, man, when you
I
need it,
know.
man. Oh, it does. It hits like crack in the '90s, man. Like, it hits.
Someone says, I don't understand Al at all. Like, he seems to know way more than he shows, and his actions are incomprehensible to me, as they are extremely mysterious and supposedly shady. What do you think about that, Jordan?
True. Get this man a true. It's like I said, man. Like, even though he cleared himself right at the beginning of the episode, his line of, "Well, this isn't going how I was told." Like, what do you mean by that? What do you mean? Who told you anything? Who's controlling you? I need to know. You know what I mean? But again, like this guy, he's got a lot. He's got a lot to reveal, man. And I really hope that they try to fix his character or something, man. I mean, Jesus, man. Between the cuts, man, the break time, and it's like the average person is just not going to know. Cause like, bro, it's like the average person is not going to like, cause like people watch ReZero on like Crunchyroll, like on their TVs and stuff, man. The average person is not gonna get on their phones or get on their PCs and go to Karakawa's channel and try to translate.
Yeah, watch the
a break time.
untranslated break time, yeah.
Yeah, it's like, dude, like can
Sorry, there's a
Taipei like
helicopter.
at least like try to ask for like a translated version for the people across the world, man? Like,
Helicopters are really
that stuff's
close.
important, man. Like, I imagine that ReZero fans who read the novel are having to go into like anime only's content, or like anime only reactors comment sections, and be like, hey, just an FYI, you should watch this content, or hey, FYI, like this guy is actually reincarnated. It was revealed in a break time, even though it was canon content. Like, that is really, really rough, man, to deal with as an Aldebrand fan, especially, man. I feel bad for you, buddy. I really do.
It's just my fucking luck, man. Like, he gets cut from season 1 entirely, and then Season 3, they shove his reveal in a break time. They cut more of his content. They cut more of his content again. And then they show his face, which isn't accurate at all, and brings up my least favorite. It's like my dad for one, essentially.
Yeah. Yeah. It's going to be hard to disprove that, man. I hope that
Oh, it's not.
he doesn't.
You're just not ready to talk about it yet, unfortunately.
Yeah, dude, I hope that never comes true under any circumstances. I hope not, man. Because you're talking about, first of all, I'm gonna wake up and see, DZ twerking on the timeline. I was right. They called me crazy because he's a firm believer. I don't even know if I would accept the fact that like Al being like some variant of
Thank you for the 11
from,
months.
it just doesn't sound right, man. It just doesn't sound right. You know what I mean?
It just feels like I'm pretty sure you correctly diagnosed this in our DMs too, even though you fucking haven't read Arc 3. It was like,
yeah,
Al being Subaru undermines Al's narrative role in Arc 3, which is supposed to be another method of humbling Subaru, in that it's another way he's not unique despite trying so hard to be unique.
right.
But then,
that's right. That's right.
But then you make him Subaru. Oh, he is pretty fucking unique, actually.
Yeah, that's right. We sure did talk about that a couple months ago. That's right. Yeah, I hope that he stays his own character, and that for whatever reason he has to take his helmet off and have like a real conversation with Subaru. It's like for like a real moment, like not that type of deal. Please, God, don't let it be that, man.
It's going out again.
Oh yeah, I know where you're clearing up. You're clearing out. Okay. You cleared up by now, but yeah, man. Other than that, man. I mean, I'm real pumped for next week, seeing Reinhardt, especially, man. Like that's hype, and everybody's moving out. I mean, this is definitely going to be a strong season conclusion. I can't see them screwing anything up. I'm curious to see how the Archbishops react to this as well, especially Lust. I'm curious to see how this wedding with Amelia will go. Phase 2 has got a lot riding on it, man. It really feels like, now, correct me if I'm wrong, but does Reinhardt have an obligation to help Anastasia here? Like, if he wanted to leave, like, did he just leave and not get in trouble?
I mean, technically he could leave. Yeah, I mean, people would probably be like, "Oh, you're a dick," but like,
yeah. Okay, cause man, what was it in the episode? Something in the episode. I think it was kind of like the every like when Al was saying like everything he does for his princess, and it kind of made me think like Julius has like an obligation in this situation. You know what I mean? But I don't know about like Reinhardt, because technically he could just take Felt and dip if he really wanted to. But I am glad that he's staying. You know what I mean? And really lending a hand. That to me is just good stuff for his character too. And yeah, I'm curious to see where Reinhardt's dad will contribute to, and whether or not it'll be like a father and son kind of fight if they team up or whatnot, or if dad will come and free Reinhardt up from a fight. If Reinhardt starts fighting Lust, does Heinkel come and be like, "Yo, you're not needed here. You know where your real battle is," and like go rendezvous with Subaru? That will be kind of peak. I won't lie. Though I wonder if Heinkel will be that cooperative. But of course, knowing he got his head bashed in with a bottle, but. Hey man, circumstances be damned. We got stuff to do. So, yeah, man. It's Reinhardt can do anything he can or anything he wants. That's the strongest in the country. None can oppose it. Yeah, that is true. That is true. I just wonder, if he was like bound by some like royal authority of like respect. You know what I mean? Like I doubt Reinhardt would like go against the capital if they told him not to go help like innocent people low key. Like I feel like he probably would be. Well, maybe he will. I don't know. I've never seen Reinhardt in a tough situation like that, of course. I would have to see like the circumstances, of course. But
obviously, I agree with Van's disciple in chat who says Al being Subaru makes the entire story seem smaller in scale and less cool. Like instead of this grand thing where people are summoned from another world to do something, it turns into one guy being freaky. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. I think the less you have people's origins connected, man, the better.
I agree. Yeah.
Yeah, you just leave stuff alone, man. Not everybody has to be connected to each other. Not everybody has to be familial with each other, man. Just let it be, and let it do its own thing. Let every character's origins establish their own roots in this new world. You know what I mean? That's pretty much what you want. You don't want anybody barking up the same tree with each other. But yeah, man. Other than that, favorite episode of the season, easily. Glazing will be coming. Great stuff, man. Great writing. Great VA performance. I love the insert OST, was really nice. The new OST this episode with Al and Subaru. kind of talking about the weight of carrying those heroic delusions. Really good as well. I mean, they really pulled out the stops. You know, and I'm looking forward to 8, man, big time. Definitely.
We're finally at a point
Finally
where we can gas Core 2. I was tired of people downplaying Core 1 because it had some good stuff, but now we can gas Core 2.
Yeah. I really don't know what to expect from Core 2 outside of just heat weekly, action heat weekly. You know what I mean? I'm gonna hope that these 11 weeks can treat them well. You know what I mean? They gotta be they gotta be somewhat knee deep in the core by now. I'm wondering how ambitious anybody's cuts may be.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Because you know, there's definitely some people like Hamill out there who's definitely got some ideas out there. But you know, again, I'm curious to see what will ReZero's best come to be after Core 2. You know, the bar may be raised over and over again. Always, the best case scenario for Core 2 is that they outdo themselves every week, if possible. I don't know how realistic that is based off certain matchups, but that would be the best case scenario if they outdo themselves. Because, yeah, you know, that's to me is the best case. I hope that next week ends on a good point where anime onlys are like, we will be back for season 2. I know I will be, but I really hope that kind of gives people a wide.
Yeah, I'm interested
sentiment.
to see. I'm interested to see how people react to it.
Yeah, I'm really curious to see. Because I mean, you know, 11 weeks, you know, that's gonna fly by. You know, granted, you know, give or take, it will fly by. You know, the holidays and all that good stuff. You know, people may not really think too much hard on it. But you know, we will be in February before we know it, and you know, we'll be running it back. You know, at least this time, you know, I'll be here for stream on Trailer Day chat. You know, I'll be up. Yeah, I'll be here. I can be here for Trailer Day chat, you know, and then I'll leave because you know, light novel discussions. But you know,
yeah.
I'll be here this time, man.
Do you want to do that Core 2 trailer? Do you want to tap in? We could do a stream and you can go over it as an anime only.
Yeah, dude. That'd be great. Yeah, man. I'll definitely come up, man. You know, I know it'll be late into the night, but you know.
Oh yeah, that's right. Fuck.
Dude, don't worry, man. I mean, well, it was on a weekend last time, wasn't it? Or was it during the week?
I do not remember.
Shoot. Hey, man, listen, man. Push comes to shove, man. I'll take it off a day, bro.
Yeah, I was gonna say you're gonna be working too, man. What the fuck?
Hey, man, I'll take off a day. Don't worry. I'll take off.
You should tell them to give you Wednesdays off.
Dude, I wonder if they will continue Wednesdays. I'm in the process of working some stuff out with the job because I want to see if I can still get here on time for 4 o'clock. I mean, I might have a way.
Core 2,
to do so.
We know it starts on February 5th, which is a Wednesday, so.
Oh, damn. Yeah, you're right. Okay. Then, yeah, I'll definitely make sure to try to be here. You know what I mean? Even if it's like, if I have to like go in earlier, you know what I mean? Just to be here on time, I'll do it. You know what I mean? Once a week ain't bad. Just go to sleep early.
Yes, sir.
Because because if all things work out, I should be able to be here right on time, like literally every Wednesday.
I mean, we could always push it back like an hour too. If you ever need an hour, it's fine.
Yeah. If push comes to shove, like I'll definitely be like, you know, closer to home this time around. So yeah. But yeah. I will be here, chat. I will be here. I will figure it the hell out no matter what. I will be here. I will be here for Core 2. I will be here for Arc 6. We will be here all year long, baby. We're doing it.
Just let me know, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah. I'll definitely keep you posted because I'm getting some information right now for the rest of the week. Yeah. We talked about the important episode. We talked about the episode, fine. But what about the important stuff? Jordan's funeral when?
You guys didn't make the goal. There's no funeral. His ashes were scattered in a Walmart parking lot instead.
Yeah. Wait, no. Put me in the vase. Oh my god.
I mean, you were in the vase, and now you're in the blacktop on the Walmart parking lot.
Are we changing like the office for Core 2? Are we getting the new atmosphere going?
Probably not. I mean, we'll just get some new decorations. The goal is I want to decorate the office until there's nothing you could do anymore.
Hell yeah, I'm down.
Oh, that's right. We hit the funeral goal, not the revive goal. Okay, we can have a funeral.
Chat, can we hit the revive goal, please? Please. Come on, chat, please. Come on. Chat, come on, chat.
You might have to start donating yourself, buddy. I don't know if they want you to come back to life.
Oh my god, bro. Please. I haven't started working yet, chat, please. Please.
Bro.
No.
Chat has been power scaling the entire time. They've been power scaling the whole time.
Yeah, I'm looking at this now. Why are you assuming Capella? Wait, oh my god, wait, hold on. When did this conversation start? Wait.
Oh, like 20, 30 minutes ago, bro.
Waswell versus Capella. Who is the winner?
I don't care.
I mean, the thing about ReZero is I feel like I don't see enough of like the feats to the extreme to really determine either. Like Roswell definitely got that dog in him for sure, but I haven't seen like Roswell like push to his limits either. Like, you know, like corner dog type. Like, I'm talking about like Elsa versus like Garfield pushed to the corner. You know what I mean? I don't know how much of that dog he's got in him to like he gets to that point. You know what I mean? I don't know how much Capella's got her. You know, I don't know how much she's got when she's pushed against the wall. You know what I mean? Does she like, you know, does she pull like a ghetto and like release like every single monster in her arsenal when she gets pushed into a corner? You know what I mean? Like, what is it like? You know what I mean?
All right, let's wrap up the stream. Let's get this shit over with.
Yeah, man. But yeah, man.
I want to have a 15-second novel-only space and then walk unstream.
Yeah, man. But yeah, chat. Good episode. Good hype today, man. I'm glad you guys came out and showed out. I will be back next week. I'm gonna go stuff my face and probably reread the speech one more time and watch the episode again just to make sure I have everything I need. But yeah, other than that, I hope you guys all have a great rest of your week, and I will see you guys in the server/next stream. Adios, my amigos. Later.
Hi, Jordan. If only we could have revived him, guys. It's really sad. I want to have a very, very brief novel-only section. By very brief, I mean I want to show one thing, laugh at it, and then end stream, okay? So I'm giving Anime Only's time to bounce now. You guys have 15 seconds. We'll be talking about something about Arc 9 for like 15 seconds. Goodbye, Anime Onlys. Goodbye. Taking down the sign. Okay, everyone here should be a novel reader now. I want to laugh at one thing. That's funny. That's funny. That's funny. Alright. That's it. Alright, everyone, thanks for coming out. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed already. You can join the Discord down in the description below. We talk about all kinds of shit, but a lot of ReZero. You just have to be normal. It's the only qualification. You become a YouTube member, you get access to behind-the-scenes content, videos before their actual release, you get the little member badge you see in chat, and you also get access to the channel emotes, which are awesome. And you can also buy Garfield stickers on the channel store in the description. Thanks everyone for coming out. Had a good time. See ya.